Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Hi students, welcome back to our class. Today we are going to study ray diagram for various positions of object when placed on the principal axis for a concave mirror. The previous sessions of our class we studied about rules for drawing ray diagram for concave and convex mirror. Today we are going to study about how to draw a ray diagram by using those rules for various positions of objects. So before we study about the ray diagram to draw, let us study the characteristics of concave mirror. The characteristics of concave mirror. Concave mirrors are converging mirrors. Why they are called converging mirror? Because when a set of parallel light rays are made to fall on a concave mirror, after reflection, all those reflected light rays will meet at a particular point. Okay, such a point we call as converging point. Hence, these mirrors are called as converging mirrors. Concave mirror forms real and inverted images, and it can also form a virtual image at special cases. And it gives you magnified, diminished and same size of image depending upon the position of object which is placed in front of a concave mirror. So children, let us learn how to draw ray diagram for various positions of object, which is very important concept in our class 10. We'll get compulsory questions based on the ray diagram for various positions of object. So there are the 6 positions that we need to draw a ray diagram. Those 6 positions are: first one is at infinity, second one is at beyond center of curvature, third one is at C, fourth one is between focus and center of curvature, fifth one at focus, sixth one is between pole and focus. So these are the various positions. Let us try to draw. When we draw a ray diagram, among the 4 rules we have to use any 2 rules. To know about the rules for the concave mirror, please do watch my previous videos. You'll get an idea about the ray diagrams, the rules to be used. Let us try to draw. First, the position when object is at infinity. When object is at infinity, right, we get a parallel set of light rays. So it's our concave mirror which is quoted from outside. An imaginary line which is drawn, it is called a principal axis. Okay, the midpoint of this mirror we call pole. Okay, the center of this sphere we call it as center of curvature. The midpoint between center of curvature and point it as focus. Okay, so children, this is a diagram. So when object is at infinity, okay, the midpoint of this curve mirror is called pole, center of the sphere is called center of curvature, the midpoint between C and P we point it as focus. Now when object is at infinity, we get parallel set of light rays. So one parallel light ray, when a light ray is parallel, how does it behave, children? It passes through focus. Yes, from the point here, it passes through focus. Right? Select one more light ray. When a light ray is parallel, right, when it strikes a mirror, how does it behave? It passes through focus. So reflected light rays are meeting at focus. So when object, here we are getting our image. So what is our characteristics? When object is at infinity, we get image at focus. Right? So what is the size of the image? It is diminished, point size. Why? Because point size, it is forming at focus. Diminished. What is the nature? Okay, real and inverted. So these are the characteristics of an image formed when object is at infinity. Hope you have understood this, how to draw a ray diagram when object is at infinity. Okay, children. Now the next ray diagram, when object is beyond center of curvature. Now object is placed beyond center of curvature, how to draw? From the 4 rules, we have to use any 2 rules. The first rule, ray parallel to the principal axis. I am taking the ray parallel to the principal axis, first rule. So when it strikes mirror, what happens? How does it behave? It passes through focus. Now second rule, the ray passing through focus. So we can use the second rule. What is our second rule, children? The ray passes through focus. Okay. So how does it behave? It becomes parallel to the principal axis. You can see very clearly. the ray is parallel to the principal axis. So these two rays are meeting here. From this point of intersection, you draw a normal line. Now this gives you the position of image. Now this position of image is between F and C. Okay, so what is the characteristics? Where is the object distance? Yes, beyond C. So where do we get our image? Between F and C. Okay, so what's the size? Diminished. You can compare the size of object and image. It is diminished. Okay, what's the nature? Realigned, inverted. Okay, so this is the second ray diagram. Let us discuss the third position. Now children, ray diagram when object is at center of curvature. Okay, now let us try to draw. Now object is at center of curvature. How do we get? Now what is the first rule? First rule is the ray parallel to the principal axis. We have to draw a ray which is parallel to the principal axis. Then after it passes through focus. From this point of, okay, the ray is passing through focus. Now what is our second rule? The light ray passes through focus. From the tip of an object, you draw a light ray in such a way that it passes through focus. Okay, so then after reflection, how does it behaves? Right children? It behaves in such a way that it passes parallel to the principal axis. From this point of interactions, what you have to draw? Draw a light ray. Okay, so now what is the characteristic children? So object position, yes, it is at C. So image position, so whatever we got, this is image, it is also at C. What is the nature? Yes, it is realigned, inverted. Okay, what is the size children? It's the same size. Okay, these are the ray diagrams for today. In the next coming class, we'll study about remaining ray diagrams for various positions of object distance. Hope you have understood this. Please do practice it. Okay, if you like this video, please do like it, share it and subscribe it. Thank you children. Have a good day.